entertainment, fun, jokes, laughing, spiritual gurus. So just be here Saturday night. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. That's good enough reason to get anybody here. It's free popcorn. Well, we'll see you there. If you're still interested in signing.
Good morning, Dr. Good morning. We'll wait until we come to order. I guess congratulations are in order for the basketball team. All right. Is it true that the team members have done their internship applications and they're going to just take it on tour? Right. The announcement I have to make for you this morning is that, first of all, if any of you have happened to venture by our office, you'll note that we have stooped to new lows of disorganization. For 18 months, and every time we've been trying to reorganize the office so that it would function halfway decent, and as of today, it looks like an absolute shambles. Effective today, Dr. Hunt will be assuming responsibilities in our office as it relates to the clinical education program. And so, during the time that you're in the hospital, major hospital rotation, well, I'll be meeting with Dr. Hunt instead of me. One of us will be doing the travel to the major hospitals to meet with you, find out what's happening there. On the home front, during the next 3 weeks that you will be on campus, we'll be in a bit of a transition as Dr. Hunt assumes more and more responsibility for the on-campus, or rather for the clinical education program. And so while you're on campus, there may be times that your question will be more quickly answered by Dr. Hunt. It just happens that he doesn't have an office space in our area right now, and that's part of what we're doing in the way of construction up there. So we ask your indulgence, but I think it is important for you that as you prepare to leave the campus, that all the issues related to your clinical education program, as individuals that need to be settled up, see Michelle, and if she can't handle your problems, see me or Dr. Hunt, whichever seems to be most effective in terms of the secretarial staff. They'll reach you one way or the other. They say Dr. Hunt is taking those new responsibilities as he is relieved of his medical director's responsibility at the hospital. Dr. Jack Oxter is now the medical director at the hospital. So just a series of changes as we kind of bring the final administrative restructuring together. I appreciate your time this morning. Dr. Cleaver will be here directly to begin your dermatology class. In the meantime, Dr. Colton, I believe, has an announcement.
Seemed like a good time while we're waiting for Dr. Cleaver, and we get, and I would say maybe 2 out of 3, or at least 4 out of 6, wrote something on their evaluation forms. And there was only one form in all of those that have been written that my first inclination was to trash it because it had foul language and that kind of thing. The spirit of professionalism with which you all have approached this thing is really to your credit. And I want to tell you how that process is working now, because to me it's so much better than it's ever been before. Dr. Jacobs and I are meeting with the person who taught the course at the conclusion of the course. And we sit down and we look at the data, And we have at least a 30 to 40, sometimes 60-minute critique session about the course. And it's in such a positive direction. In other words, we take the things, the comments that are made, and we try to bridge those to what's going to be done for next time. For example, and I don't think the gentleman would mind at all my relating this to you because he's so much in the spirit of making positive changes. When we evaluated Dr. Caleo's renal course this time, Dr. Caleo knew that things had been, not real good in the beginning, made some mid-course improvements, had some things in his own life that some of you were aware of that didn't make it the easiest quarter for him to teach in. But, he's moving on to some other decisions about that course. That's the kind of input that you, the students, can give us in such a positive way, and we really do appreciate it, because now I think we come full cycle in the teaching learning system, and that is to have a way of really making some positive improvements. Get your question in just a second. What I'm leading up to and giving you the soft soap job right now is to ask you to cooperate with us for just another few minutes at the end of this hour to do a couple from last week, which we thought were going to happen and didn't. But we'll catch the evaluations on the proctology course and on the urology course for those of you that will stay an extra 5 or 10 minutes at the end of Dr. Cleaver's lecture to do those. Now, question. Yes. College of Professional Orientation, we should do that. We can do that. PEDS, I take full responsibility for PEDS. I with absolutely no intention, let PEDS fall through the cracks on the fall quarter. And once it was passed, because there were multiple instructors and this kind of thing, I chose not to go back and try to do it. But that one is the first time to get all of these organized, and you can well imagine that with 3 classes to do and many of them ending at odd times and so forth, I just plain missed that one. I take responsibility for that. It was unintentional. College of Professional Orientation, because I know there is a lot of talk about that course. We sometimes wonder, is that necessary and so forth. We're really taking a strong look at that. There are some things in there that some of you may not be aware of. For example, when the AOA evaluated us in the self-study visit this fall, one of the things they tapped us on was, hey, you don't have a course in medical ethics, per se. Well, we have a course in medical jurisprudence, and I think there's some medical ethical issues that come up in there. There are medical ethical issues that come up throughout all your curriculum, but perhaps we have an opportunity to touch on some of those, particularly in college and professional orientation the first couple of years. Now, how it goes the third year, I don't know, and this is another thing we're looking at. But you all are helping us in having some input, some very valuable input, and the thing I really want to stress to you is that the professional way you're doing it is extremely important, because that way when we as administrators and those that are responsible for that instruction look at it, we can look at it in the same view. And there's several ways to tell somebody something. You can do it in a derogatory way, you can do it in a constructive criticism way, or you can be downright nasty. And if you choose the latter, most of the time it just makes us mad and nobody pays any attention. So you all are doing it the right way, and we really appreciate that. And Lloyd, I've danced just about as long as I can dance up here, so he's on his way up. I have a meeting at 10 o'clock. One more second here. I have a meeting at 10 o'clock that allows me not to be down here, but Nina is going to come down, and with the assistance of the groups that have volunteered before, you can do those 2 evaluations for us. Should go very quickly. There'll be 2 different forms, 2 different code numbers, and Jeff Sumi will promise to take your picture if you cooperate. Thank you.
End this thing, Sumi. Turn it off.
Trying to guide you into it. So I'll bring that book down and we can lay it out here and you can take a look at it tomorrow.
John. John.
I'd like to make an announcement for students. Oh, yummy, I'm out this, okay. And also in your folders, there was
evaluate proctology and whatever. But this is something else. I don't know how many of you'd be interested in. Mr. May makes these. Now this one's a little underexposed, and If you're interested in something like this, you might want to buy now to put in your office later, or have at home, or give as a gift. This is $30, and this is with the plate, the backing, and the frame included. If you'd be interested in it, why don't you get me your $30, say this week, and Mr. May can run them all off at one time. Right. Okay, thank you, folks.
Wait, Varga, $30 is not $32.50 you normally charge?
No, I'm getting my cut out of his 30 this time.
Oh, that's kind of interesting. The Mennonites horse and buggy. Huh?
That's a real.
Okay. And here we are in Columbia, and this is the Student Union building at University of Columbia. And this is the front of the building. Here at the University of Missouri. Let's back it up a little bit here. And this is February the 8th, 1986. And we'll just zoom up on the clock there. Oops, now I can do it again.
Oh, okay, now.
Yeah.
Howie, this one's for you.
And we'll focus up here on this. Can you read that, Howard? And this is the Jewish temple here in Columbia University.
Missouri.
Yeah, right. And we'll zoom in on it again here. University of Missouri, Columbia, February the 8th, 1986. We got the crowd up there, waiting for bated breath for the Cape.
Remain in your seats as we announce our Pizza Hut Hot Seat winner for this afternoon. We're going to deliver a large Pizza Hut pizza right now. Check your seat locations. This afternoon's hot seat is located in section C14. Row A. Seat number 1. Congratulations, what a great way to make friends with the people in your section. It's now time for this afternoon's Cook County National Bank Shootout. Contestants choose from 4 shot options to try for $50 from the free throw line, $100 from